Hello, Scorpio. My name is Paul, and this is Dove and Serpent Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading. So try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards. Use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And if there is anything you need me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we have a 7 of Pentacles. We're going to start with that, okay? And usually this card will signify a couple of things. One, that we are appreciating the work that we're doing for reasons other than its kind of immediate result, its apparent rewards, right? So this is us enjoying our work even though it may not really be paying us as much as we kind of hoped that it would. It's almost as if we're trying to find a reason to still enjoy it, even though things are kind of slow right now, right? But let's put this into some context. See, look at that. We've got the Fool already. We've got the Magician. We've got the Star, and we've got a lot of major arcana today. We got the High Priestess. We've got the Emperor. A lot of majors. A lot of majors here. Let's pick our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is just one card we randomly select. We'll put our alien, Simon Mork Ripley, right there on top. Now that card, we're not going to look at it until the very end, okay? And hopefully it can tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. But we're also doing something a little more interactive here. If at any point during the reading you get an idea, a feeling of what that card is, leave a comment, okay? Put your answer down in the comment section. I'm trying to see if we can collectively raise our vibrations, collectively tap into our intuition, and start discerning that mystery card together, right? To kind of an exercise to maybe improve our connection with the energies that are in these readings. Okay. Now, if you don't want to play along, that's okay too. There will be a moment of stillness at the end of the reading where we can all kind of give our final answer, and then we can reveal that card. But first, let's look at what we have. Major, 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 major. Got a lot of majors. We have some fire. We have some water. We have some air. And we've got some earth. Okay. So it's fairly balanced, but it's very heavy on the major arcana right now. Okay. And I feel like with my initial impression anyway of these two, the 7 of Pentacles and the Fool, is that you have been working very diligently on something. I feel as if you have your life's work. You know what your great work is. But there's some energy, maybe someone or something that has just been like, not holding you back, but limiting you or interfering, or just being kind of a wild card, almost like this Fool energy, that's been disrupting the flow of your energy, the concentration of your work, the progress of your work, right? Because this Fool is kind of a joker energy. It's kind of a wild card. And I feel like it's either a person or it's just a general energy in your life right now that is preventing you, I think, from making the kind of progress that you hoped to see at this particular point in time. Yeah. So I feel as if we're trying to focus on what we enjoy about the work and just kind of wait for this energy to move on. Wait for this person to get over what they're doing or to kind of go somewhere else. It's not necessarily a direct interference. It's almost like they bring a weird energy into the room. And it's just, not that they're a dark cloud necessarily, maybe they are. But just the involvement of this energy just sets a weird tone to your work. And it's almost as if it's difficult for you to really get things done with this energy here. Okay? They're disruptive, maybe inconsiderate in some way. Yeah. But I feel like this energy is departing. Now, what we do when we get the Fool card on this channel is we must now select an I Ching card. Right? We're going to cast a hexagram here to talk about that Fool a little bit, because I feel as if the Fool always has a double meaning. It's always a little bit Fool, a little bit Sage. So let's see if we can get an idea of what this Fool energy is and how we should best approach this energy or this situation of, this is the Seven of Pentacles, this is kind of a delayed success, right? This is us not really seeing the fruit that we expected to see, okay? And this Fool energy is in some way related to this lack of progress, this lack of success right now. Okay, so this was in some way interfering or limiting in a kind of a general way. So we're going to take a look at an I Ching card. Anytime we get the Fool, we have to select an I Ching card. And, well, that is the one. Oh, this one says arguing. Hexagram number 6. There is truth and confidence blocked. Yeah, truth and confidence blocked. I think that's what's going on here. Vigilant and centered, good fortune, ending, pitfall. Fruitful to see great people, fruitless to cross the great river. So this is telling me that, yes, there is some sort of conflict or some sort of weird energy with this person. They might be an Aries person, okay? Not to bag on Aries people, but it could be. And this energy is in some way blocking the success that you would hope to see by now. Okay? And there's more text on the back. It says, things are not as they should be, so you argue for what you need. Sustenance, to be believed, or for justice. Whatever this star energy represents, whatever your work is, whatever your purpose is that we're trying to carry forward, it's being disrupted by this foolishness, by this foolish air energy. But in defiant frustration, the creative flow is blocked. Open your heart to the potential for change and a higher perspective. Consult with someone wiser or outside the conflict. What are you arguing for? If you can't win this one, what else can you do? That's very interesting. The creative flow is blocked, yes. And it says, open your heart, right, to the potential for change. Well, the card in the position of the future is this Queen of Cups, water on water, a double water energy. So this might be that idea of, just being kind of emotionally transparent, not trying to mask what you're doing, not necessarily arguing. I think maybe the argument is the feeling of frustration dealing with this Fool energy. But maybe just by being honest about how you feel, by maybe staying humble, staying authentic within yourself, right? Not trying to mask your emotions, but not trying to manipulate the situation, just being true to who you are and how you feel. And I think we'll really get some of this High Priestess energy and this star energy to assist in removing this blockage. Okay, whatever this happens to be. Again, it might be an Aries person. Now, let's look at this star card. What is it that you're doing? This is the star. This is in the recent past. This is your connection with spirit. This is your connection with your purpose, your destiny. So I feel as if you know exactly what your life's work is. You know exactly what you should be doing. And you've got, I think, plans, hopes, dreams, wishes. You've got a tremendous vision of what your life is, what your work is. Now, this doesn't have to be your career. It doesn't have to be what you do for money. It could be something you do in retirement, something you're volunteering, whatever you're focused on right now. Okay. I feel like there's a strong connection with it. And that, I think, adds to the frustration that we're experiencing now with this Fool energy that's blocking our success. Whether this is a person or just a general energy, I don't know. But we're frustrated with it. Okay? And the only thing that we really see going forward is this double water. So it seems like it is, there's a need for patience. There's a need for staying authentic within yourself, being emotionally transparent, right? Knowing yourself emotionally, not trying to get to, not trying to, what am I trying to say, adapt to that person or this energy, not letting it penetrate you, right? You stay true to who you are, right? The surface of the water is the same water that's at the very depths of that water, okay? Do not reflect back to this situation. If this is a person, don't reflect back to them the same kind of energy that they're giving you, right? And that's what we talk about with the surface of this water. The surface, it's a reflective surface. So it's the tendency to just react to a situation, to put our own emotion and energy into a situation that is just a reflection of what's being given to us, right? This is saying stay true to who you are and how you feel, and be patient. Try to be calm, try to be humble, try to stay focused on what is important to you. And this Fool energy will dissipate. Whatever this blockage is will be lifted. And that to me is pretty much guaranteed by the major arcana that we see, as well as this Ten of Swords at the end. Okay? Now, we're going to continue on the path of the dove. We have this Four of Pentacles. This is kind of a holding pattern. This is you, I think, trying to maintain the position that you have now. If we are blocked from moving forward, well, we don't want to go backwards, right? So we're trying to just keep secure what we have now. Wait for this energy to pass, and then we can kind of catch up to success, right? So this is kind of a holding pattern. This is like, let's just try to preserve what we have, and when the time is right, we can, play a little catch up and we can get back to where we should be. We don't want to fall backwards. We don't want to diminish the progress that we've already made. And I think that's very important for you to understand that, to be patient with the situation, to be true to yourself. I think that if we just reflect back the energy of this situation, or of this person, or whatever the energy is, I feel like we're going to unnecessarily put this stability at risk. Okay? So this has to be your top priority right now, and I think it is because it's at the top of the path of the dove. You're concerned right now with just preserving what you've already accomplished. Wait for this energy to pass, and then we can kind of catch up to the progress that we should, the point that we should be at by now. Okay, and we've got this Mercury energy down below here. This is, in this case, I think this is really some strategy and some intelligence. This is knowing the right way to handle this situation. This is you being focused on what's important right now, which I think is preserving the progress that you've already made. This is adapting to the situation, not emotionally like we talked about a moment ago, but strategically, right? Knowing what you have to do in order to try to resolve this thing as quickly as possible. there is this need, emotionally at least, for patience and understanding and tolerance. Yes, but you also have this desire to succeed, right? We have to be in control of things to some degree. We have to have a plan here, okay? And even if this plan involves just waiting, letting this energy run its course, maybe there are some planets transiting your energy right now in your chart, whatever it might be, right? We have to be aware of what's going on, and we have to be able to function within this situation, not necessarily allow it to penetrate us, right? There's adaptation, and then there's kind of conformity, right? We can adapt to the situation without letting that energy penetrate us and change how we feel or change who we are or change how we are responding to the situation, okay? So it's like we have to keep our circle fortified and not let this foolish energy into our being. But at the same time, we have to accept that this is the situation, and we have to figure out a strategy of how to act within that situation, okay? Now, the Fool energy also has a different aspect to it, right? It has a more positive note, I think, because I'm feeling as if there is this blockage to our success, but there is also the opportunity now to get some fresh ideas. So while this may seem like it's some negative energy, it's blocking our success, maybe this is the right time for you to reconnect with your purpose, reconnect with your intuition, with your higher forms of perception. We're kind of moving over here to the path of the serpent now in this high priestess energy. Maybe the Fool is saying, hey, look, since there is this slowdown right now, why don't we use this time to really try to meditate and contemplate and reconnect with our energies, reconnect with this creativity, and get some fresh ideas. Or just use it as a little bit of a reset, a mental reset, an emotional reset, a spiritual reconnection. It's making the most of what seems like a bit of a negative situation, right? So at the same time that we want to have our holding pattern, we don't want to be set backwards in our progress. We know that the time is not ripe yet for making a lot of forward movement. So let's take advantage of this little break that we get, right? And let's reconnect with this high priestess energy. And this might be reconnecting with your spiritual practices, focusing a little bit more on those practices, on your connection with spirit. This might be, doing some self-care, doing a little bit more relaxation, breathing techniques, meditation techniques, something that can open you up, that can open your soul, your mind, your heart up to fresh ideas, to just a fresh perspective, or just that reconnection. Yeah, just that reconnection. Because I feel like the blockage is a temporary blockage. And I think very soon we'll have this Emperor energy. Now, this could be representing an Aries person that's kind of blocking some of this stuff, right? It could be someone literally involved here. But this card is also the position of timing. And what I'm sensing here is that if we open ourselves up and we kind of accept that this is the situation, we don't try to force anything, we do what we can within this context, and we reconnect with ourselves and with spirit, then the time will come very soon for you to then take command and take charge and start leading the way forward again, right? And this is kind of a card to me that's saying we're going to make up for lost time, right? that when this energy, there's a dark cloud, when this dark cloud lifts, then we're going to have to hustle and play catch up, and we're going to make up for lost time. The opportunity will be there, right? But we have to prepare ourselves. So this is like, while it's storming and raining outside, let's strengthen ourselves. Let's clean up our house. Let's get everything inside of us ready. So when that cloud lifts, we'll be in a great position to lead the charge and make up for that lost time. Yeah. So I think this is a very positive card. Now, of course, it could also indicate that there's an Aries person that is in some way involved with some of this blockage. Okay. Now, the next card is the Six of Wands. And this is the card of victory. This is the card of really making a show of your power. Now, we have to be careful with this card, because a lot of the energy that we see on the path of the dove is saying, look, don't try to force your will on the situation. Allow it to run its natural course and be gone, and wait for the storm to pass, and then we can take action. But this is a card that says we need to make a show of our strength. But this is the obstacle. This is what we don't want, this position here. This is the fear, worry, and concern, perhaps. Maybe there's this part of you that finds it difficult to hold back. Maybe you want to just be all Emperor and Six of Wands right now. Maybe this idea of being patient and waiting and being kind of, tolerant and biding your time, maybe that is difficult for you. Because we have this card. This is a very good card. This is very positive, very strong. It's victory, right? It's a show of your strength. It's an expansion of your authority. This is you really, demonstrating your strength and really making a display of your authority, right? But this is exactly what the first few cards said we should not do. Right. And I think that's why this card's in this position. It might be difficult for you to hold back. And that's why I think that's why we see the star. That's why we see the high priestess. That's why we've got Mercury and this Queen of Cups. And even Mercury is saying, yeah, look, you can't just bare your teeth and attack the situation. We got to be a little more subtle, a little more strategic, right? And that's the nature of Mercury, the magician here. It's not just a show of force. This is a show of force, these two. That's not what's being called for. Okay? So we have to stay humble. We have to stay focused. Whatever this is that's going on, whatever this blockage, whatever has been limiting you, whatever has been standing in your way is being removed. And we will have plenty of time to make up for, the progress that we should have seen by now. The final card is the Ten of Swords. This tells me that this storm is going to break. Okay, this tells me that before long, within the next few days, the next week probably, this stagnating, limiting, blocking energy, whether it's a person or whether it's something else, is going to run its course, is going to dissipate. And, we have our TT cat here to confirm this. So don't believe me, but believe her, okay? TT doesn't lie. So I like that we see the Ten of Swords here, okay? Because this is the removal of that blockage. Right? It's the opening up of the communication, the flow of information, the relationships, the harmony of the thing, right, is going to return once this Fool energy gets out of here, whatever this is exactly for you. Now, this Fool, this is the Zero card, right? This is undifferentiated air energy. So this is telling me that that maybe we don't know exactly what the blockage is, right? Maybe it is nothing that we can pinpoint. Maybe it is kind of like the 6th hexagram here. Maybe it just is arguing. Maybe the truth and the confidence, like it says here, the truth and the confidence is just blocked. For whatever reason, our communications just aren't working out. We're being misunderstood. We're misunderstanding other people. We don't really feel confident right now. We don't feel fired up. We don't feel enthusiastic. I think that could be just a general discord going on, right? But the storm will break, and we'll have that opportunity to make up for lost time. Let's look at the mystery card now. This is the point of the reading where I'm going to ask you to pause the reading if you want to play along. Pause the video. Let's see if we can connect with the energies and the images here. Let's see if we can raise our vibrations, if we can connect with our intuition and discern this mystery card. I'm just trying to make this channel a little bit more interactive. I'm trying to get some audience participation, right? So if you want to play along, I'll switch the camera back to the overhead. You can pause the reading. And we'll have just a moment of stillness here. I'll pet the cat here for a minute. Oh, she's purring loudly today. So what I think it's going to be, gosh, this is kind of a tough one. I almost want to see some earth energy, right? I want to see some progress being made, you know? I want to see a 9 of discs, maybe. I think that would be great. Yeah, a 9 of discs. That would be progress. That would be, we're definitely, we're playing catch up here, but we're making up for the lost time, right? We're putting in the extra effort with our Emperor energy, and we're just, we're just busting our butt to kind of make up for the time that we're spent here in this kind of discordant energy. So yeah, I'm thinking a 9 of Pentacles here, all right? Did you put your answers in? Here we go. Well, it's an 8 of Pentacles. I was very close, right? And close is good. It's okay to get close. If we even just got the suit right, that's good. If we even got just the number, if you said 7, 8, 9, something like, that's perfect. That's good. That's close enough, right? It's like horseshoes and hand grenades. Close is good enough. Over time, I think we'll start to get closer and closer, all right? I would almost guarantee that. If you play along, and if you really connect with these energies, I think you'll find that your accuracy improves. Yeah. So the 8 of Pentacles, this is interesting because this is like we're making up for lost time, but we're not rushing, right? We're being slow and calm and prudent and careful. We're paying attention to the details. It's not as if, okay, finally the traffic clears and now you got to drive 100 miles an hour to get where you're going. No, you still have to drive carefully. Drive slowly, pay attention, check your mirrors, right? And that's what the 8 of Pentacles is all about. Slow, diligent work. You're paying attention to the details. You're not worried about the destination. You're just paying attention to what you're doing right now, right? Trying to be safe, trying to be in control, be calm, right? And be safe. So this is very important energy, I think, because it feels like that would be the tendency, right? As soon as this energy clears up, we get a rebound confidence, and then we just rush, probably make some mistakes. So I think this is really good for us to receive this as a confirmation. We will be making up that time. We will be kind of catching up to success, but we have to do it slowly, purposefully, with intent, right? With an attention to detail. We don't want to cut corners. We don't want to make mistakes. Yeah. This is a very good card. And we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click either above or below in the video description. New readings for Scorpio come out every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 a.m. Chicago time. please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next reading. Okay. I want to thank you for watching this video all the way through until the end. That really helps out the algorithm. That in turn is good for the channel. I don't know what's been up with the algorithm lately. A lot of tarot channels seem to be experiencing a bit of a decline in their exposure and in their reach to the audience. So if you want to support the channel, that's the best way for you to do that, to leave a comment, hit the like button, share it on other social media platforms if you're so inclined. Okay, I appreciate that. Remember, Scorpio, that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. Thank you, and I love you very much.